A good night for the Nets in the first round matchup against the Chicago Bulls in Game 2 as they fell to those Chicago Bulls 90-82 here at the Barclays Center. Hi, I'm Dexter Henry, joined by Tom Lorenzo as usual for you on the post-game report. And Tom, this was a game we saw this series evened at 1, and the Nets really didn't play well offensively at all. But what does this loss mean with a chance to control the series here at home that might have been missed?
You know, it was a tough loss. It was a tough loss coming off a game in Saturday, a game 1 in which they really just blew the Bulls off the court. They had that advantage. They came into game 2 thinking, they had the confidence. They were ready at home, great crowd, ready to take advantage of it and take game 2. But they came out flat and they struggled early on and they weren't able to get their offense going. But credit the Chicago Bulls, came out defensively, played great defense. But you have to look at this game and think it's a disappointment because, the Nets did have an advantage coming off that blowout loss with a lot of confidence and really thinking that this could have been the opportunity to really kind of squeeze a 2-0 lead out of the Bulls.
Speaking of opportunity, the Nets didn't take advantage of this opportunity to go up 2-0, but a player that took advantage of opportunity and coming back and playing in this series was Joakim Noah. He was huge, 11 points, 10 rebounds tonight, Tom. I mean, he was all over the court, offensively, defensively. He had 2 blocks. Talk a little bit about his impact.
Yeah, look, Joakim Noah had a fantastic impact, lots of energy. Like you said, defensively, I think the defensive impact was key. He had that big block on Brook Lopez. Had that moment, that hustle play where he dove out of the baseline, saved the ball behind his back, hit Nate Robinson. Nate hit a big 3. Such a huge sequence, and it was a great hustle play by Joakim Noah. And as good as Nazr Mohammed was playing, you don't expect Nazr Mohammed to make a play like that. Right. Only Joakim Noah. So, his impact was huge on this game, both sides of the court, and really they took advantage of the fact that he came back and is looking a lot better and a lot healthier.
Yeah, huge impact on this game. And one of the main topics of this game I saw from Net fans, especially on Twitter, and we've talked about this all season long. The Nets struggled offensively in this game, but maybe the key part where they struggled was in the third quarter. They were outscored 22-11. Once again, we saw them struggle. Deron Williams struggled. 1 of 9 from the field, did not have a good game.
Yeah.
What did the Nets have to do to right this offensive ship?
They really do have to get in a better rhythm. The problem with that third quarter, they made 2 field goals in the third quarter. Deron Williams didn't hit his first field goal until the third quarter, which was his one and only field goal.
Right.
And so that offense just really wasn't clicking, and especially in that third quarter. And I think it's rhythm. I think it's rotations. That's another issue. We've got, PJ's got to get the right rhythm, the right rotations in there. He's got to get guys going earlier. He did bring in Marshawn Brooks, hoping he'd have a nice little spark. But you're talking about bringing Brooks in where he's been sitting for 28, 29, 30 minutes, and he's coming in cold. So there were a lot of issues with rotations and rhythm. And in that third quarter, I think, again, turns into a mental game for these Nets. They really get into a block, and they've got to look past that, especially in Game 3 if they want to get that win.
It's reared its ugly head many times this season, and the Nets players talked about that third quarter and the offensive struggles of the team in Game 2.
I think we're not going to shoot like that all the time. It was just one of them nights. But at the same time, you still got to play defense. You still got to stop them. Still got to rebound and stuff like that. So that's the main thing. So whenever we go through moments like this, you got to be able to get stops and stuff. So we're not going to always shoot like this.
It's a rude awakening. We can have a night like Game 1, we can have a night like Game 2, but we got to stay focused and come out every night and compete. And hopefully this game grounds us and lets us understand that every night ain't gonna be like Game 1.
All right, Tom. So next up is Game 3. Teams are always looking to bounce back, and the Nets have lost home court advantage in the series, which is something they've gained. And in order to gain that back and to win this series, you're going to have to win in Chicago. How do the Nets get back on the right track?
Again, it's confidence. They got to regain the confidence. They can start clicking and playing like they were in Game 1. You don't expect them to go into Chicago and blow the Bulls out by 25 points. But you do want to see better offensive rhythm. You don't want to see that third quarter lapse. You want to see them come out, and they know now that they've got a healthy Joakim Noah that they have to go up against. There are questions coming into this game how limited he was or how limited he may be, but he's back. He's healthy. He played 25 minutes. He's going to probably play 28 to 30 minutes on Thursday, so they know that going into it, so they got to be prepared. And I think confidence is the key, and come into it, shake this game off, and look forward. They need to get this game. I think it's a big win if they can get this third game, and, it's key to the series.
Yeah, game threes can sometimes be the pivotal game in the series. The Nets will look to change their fortune after this game 2 loss here at the Barclays Center. 90-82 was the final, a Chicago Bulls victory. Nets will look to get back on track on Thursday at the United Center in Chicago. For Tom Lorenzo, I'm Dexter Henry for Nets Daily.